Hello Flosstube, how is everybody doing? This is Amber Rogue Mama Stitcher and it is Flosstube number 52 on Wednesday, January 24th, 2024, and surprise, it's my second Flosstube for 2024. I really just want to get a piece that I finished sent off to Jordan Tattooed Stitcher. She's the next recipient and the last recipient for Bernadette's piece that we've been doing around robin on, and I can't send it off without showing it to all of you first. So yeah, so I'll do that. That's Pinup Girls by Soda Stitch, and it was my first finish of 2024. So there it is. It's this piece right here, and she's with a dog. It's so cute, and I made the eyes brown. No other changes to the chart. Yeah, so that's Bernadette's piece. She started it off, and then Maggie, Jaime, Teeny Weeny Stitches, Mary Daydream Stitcher, and Maggie Kitschy Whips, and then me, and then Jordan will be next over here. Yeah, so I believe this is a 32 count. I'm not sure the other particulars, but opalescent for sure, and a linen. So very, very beautiful. Bernadette always picks great fabric, and I love the finish. I think it looks splendid. And here's the original charted design. So the last one on Bernadette's piece will be Jordan's, the little girl with the beach ball, or pinup girl with the beach ball. And then on mine, let's see, this one that I'm going to get next, that'll be on Jordan's fabric that I'll be stitching. So that'll be fun. I've already done that one once before, as I've said before. Maggie started this around robin with us, and you know, it's been really fun, a total treat. So yeah, so thank you, Maggie, for starting us on this. It's been so wonderful, and it'll be really great to have this framed up in my sewing room. And yeah, I'm gonna love it. And the whole sewing room is going to just be mine. My husband's like, do you just want this room to yourself? Because he already has an office he works at, and he has our shop, or our garage as his shop. So I can just turn this room into what I want, and then I have cross stitches all over the wall over here, but I can expand it to the other two walls. There's basically just like a window. But yeah, I mean 3 walls, you know, 2.5 walls. Yeah, so one more look. Pretty, beautiful, love it. There we go. Yep, beautiful. Okay, so yeah, I'll get that sent off. I'll probably do like one final picture of that for my own records. And then, so last time, I think I might have said well anyway, last time my 2 starts were that one, Pinup Girl number 5, and then the Penguins on a Swing was my other start, and both of them were whips by the time I showed you. So that's still a whip, Penguins on a Swing by Svetlana Sikar, and I'm stitching this on a 28 count even weave by Floral Shell Designs. Oh, I have misplaced the, oh, there it is. Let me look, Floral Shell Designs, and it's ice blue. I just want to make sure I get their name right. Oh, sorry, Floral Shell Needle Crafts. So that's their contact info if you're interested. So yeah, yeah. So I'm stitching 2 over 2. If I already said that, I'm sorry. Yeah, isn't that pretty? And yeah, so I'm just almost done with this balloon, and yeah, I just wanted to show you, and you know, I kind of just wanted to show you sort of how I go about, you know, at least my pattern of stitching, kind of what I tend to do. Don't you just love that? Oh, that looks really nice with the white on the back. It really brings out that blue. But see how I kind of go about, I kind of, you know, in kind of simpler, smaller patterns like this especially, but I think for the most part, this is my, sort of my technique, or my tendency is to, if there's a wider, you know, pattern that like sort of is like a skeleton or like a shell or the outline, I'll tend to kind of stitch that around, and then I tend to just fill in and, you know, put the little bits, you know, if there's dots or anything like that, I'll put those on first, and then I'll do the fill-in. So the fill-in goes really fast, so I'm in the middle doing fill-in, and then this color right here, I'm going to fill in down here. So yeah, and then I'm going to do the back stitching after that on everything. It's going to be fabulous. So Chloe, Penguin Cross Stitch will be the recipient of this when it's an FFO, and I'm going to make it into a pillow, and I described and showed the last pillow that I made from this designer, Svetlana Sakar. So if you are interested, go check that out on my last Flosstube. Yeah, so thank you for looking at that with me. I just love it so much. I did a color conversion on this in case you haven't seen the last Flosstube from the reds and pinks of that one. I kept their cheeks pink, obviously. I thought it would maybe be maybe a little too much blue to just make their cheeks pink, although, you know, they're frozen and stuff in the South Pole, but and I'm using, my husband was like, use your stand. So I'm using my stand for the penguins right now. So my Pitoki, Belka Pitoki. So very pretty. I love it. It really works great. I love to hold it, you know, all of it in my hand and just flip it around, and you know, it's just me, but it's better for my shoulders and my hands and stuff if I use the stand. So doing that now. Yeah, so let's see, I've kitted up. My floss has arrived for my different starts that I'm gonna do. And so I wanted to tell you more plans for 2024, because I kind of went, you know, quickly, like, let you know the first couple months that I had planned for 2024. So I don't know if I will stick to this, you know, very religiously or anything, but for the most part, I think I'm gonna try. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Just a minute. Okay, sorry about that. So, oh, the other thing actually was at the very end when I said I was looking for something. I couldn't find it because it had slipped below other projects in a tote. But I was talking about my beautiful Stitchy kindness that I had received. And I've shown this on Instagram, but this is with my kit. This project bag was actually made by Stephanie at Total Stitch Show on Flosstube and Ducky Dame on Instagram, and I just love this project bag she gave me like a little while ago. I think it was last year. Anyways, but what I was trying to show you that I got this, or 2023, so I said last year, I meant 2022. So 2023, Jordan Tattooed Stitcher stitched this for me and made it into a scissor fob. And this is a Veronique Ginger or Ingenue design. That's the French designer. And look at her beautiful stitching. Look at what she did. I just love it so much. It's like, I think a little like maybe rice or something in so it's weighted. And I just absolutely love it. You know, and she gave me this beautiful pair of kind of black scissors, and they work great, and I love this color of ribbon. It goes wonderfully in like a little robin with a snowman. Just how beautiful is that? Oh, And instead of French knots, she did beads, I believe. I believe that's what she told me. So, you know, just absolutely love it. I love the light blue fabric. It's just divine, and it just made me happy and makes me happy every time I use this lovely scissor fob made by Jordan. So I've been using it with my I Don't Know Margot project. So I will, you know, move it into other projects as I go this year, because I want to look at it all the time. Okay, so I'm gonna give you, first of all, you know what? I am so sorry. I'm gonna go back a little bit for just a second and tell you that on the piece, the penguins on a swing piece, a lot of people, you know, do take note of this, and I take note of this, but there are blends in penguins on a swing. I think Ukrainian and Russian designers just tend to use a lot of blends. You know, I've stitched Ukrainian and Russian designers before, and yeah, like my Witch in a Bathtub or Witch in a Cauldron, that had a lot of blends, and honestly, it's not that bad once I memorize the chart and get used to it. But this one has a lot of blends, and especially in this balloon here, and especially in the penguin gray, but I mean also in their bellies, in the white and the cream, there were blends. But you know, it's not too bad. I was just using 2 strands, so it kept it really simple. But yeah, so you know, I guess if you're considering you know, stitching this or one of the pieces I have shown in the past, that's a Ukrainian designer, you know, then, you know, be prepared. There's probably blends, but like I said, not too bad if you memorize them, you know, kind of just once you get started, it's not too bad. And also Dragon on Pancakes, I'm going to show you, that has blends. So, whew, sorry. So, yeah, and also I've been thinking about what to do for a giveaway for 2,000 subs, because I'm over 2,000 subs now. So I'm a little bit out of ideas. So if anybody has a suggestion, you know, I'm open to hear suggestions. Like, what do you think I should do, you know, for 2,000 subs? Thank you so much, by the way. I'm very happy I have 2,000 subs. I love being connected to people, and you know, hearing your comments and things, and yeah, so yeah, so thank you so much, and let me know how I can you know, make it fun and to give you guys a little treat for subscribing to me. Okay, okay, so I'm gonna let you know, like, a list of starts that I'm planning on per month of 2024, and then also my focus pieces. I was talking about just doing one focus piece per month because of the, you know, my work schedule. I want to see more progress on just one piece, and if I do something like, you know, just something that's kind of distributes my stitching through a lot of different pieces, if I go with something like that, then I'm not going to really see a lot of progress, and then maybe that'll be a little discouraging for me. And I want to feel good and encouraged when I'm stitching that I've made some progress. So I have a bag of starts, planned starts, that I will be doing in 2024. I put it in my Grace Notes fabric tote that they gave you know, everybody for Queen City Stitch Retreat that attended. And I also, I also wanted to announce that I got the Book of Days from 2024, or for 2024, and Samantha Huga Stitcher always has recommended this, and so far I've loved it, and it is just what I need, just to be able to, you know, make record of what I've been stitching on per day or per week. And I've already designed it up a little bit with some you know, cute like stickers, and definitely not as, you know, like elegant as something like Samantha would do. and I'm okay with that. This is more kind of my taste right now, and I might switch up the themes for every month. So yeah, so that's it. I love the first quote is, "Let your worries slip away with every stitch, a needleworker's wisdom." And then a quote by Roald Dahl, it says, "And above all, watch with glittering eyes the whole world around you." So that is beautiful. I love that. That inspires me to look in this more, to work on it more. Yeah, so, and just, you know, have a little journal of what I'm doing every day. I haven't done that yet where I've recorded what I've done every day, but I'm just doing like start or finish or something. But we'll see. I'm sure I'll get better at it as I go. So sorry about that. My voice. Let's see. So what should I tell you first? Should I tell you? I think starts. I think that is more exciting. So I was watching Maxine, Nightmare Before Stitchmas, and she is stitching this kit by Letty Stitch. Let's see, I just love it. It's Halloween Toys kit of 8 pieces. And the materials in here are by Zweigart and Anchor. And I absolutely, I've been drooling over this kit for a while when I see it on Instagram. But, you know, whoever I see has, you know, worked on it, it's like they're done with what they were going to do. Or, you know what I mean? And but Maxine hasn't started hers yet. And so I'm super excited. And look, yarn. They have, not yarn, but cording. And I think that is super exciting because I just got my new cord maker. And so she and I are going to start our first one on Friday. So I'm super excited about that. And I think we're going to stitch one with a cat. And I believe I am going to start with this one. Maybe this one. But yeah, I absolutely love these. I feel like I've seen this several times on Instagram, and I just absolutely love it. But since I've seen it so many times, I don't need to, you know, start it. So if you know, then, you know, you guys know, like that's how I am. If I see someone else has started it, then I'm like, oh, okay, you know, or if I see it's finished, like, oh, that's good for me. Vicariously, you know, kind of living through people, or just seeing, you know, I just picked this up with my toes, but just it was on the floor. Okay, it slid off my lap, so I'm super excited about this Friday. Just one ornament so far. Yeah, so and let's see, and then the other start, let's see, for February. Actually, I chose 2 starts for February. One I still have not completely kitted up, but it seems like I'm probably going to be able to find all of it in my, because these things are things that I keep looking at, and I keep going, I gotta start it, so I'm gonna just do that, and so I don't have to keep going, I have to start it. So the first one is, and I did kit this one up mostly, it's my New Zealand sampler, and I just fell in love with this, the Heather Jardine, you know, from I think it's zebinnz, that was working on it on Instagram, showing her progress on Instagram. And I'm going to use this gorgeous fabric gifted to me by Jordan Tattooed Stitcher. It should be a 28 count, and it's like it's a linen bamboo cotton mix. It's really pretty, such a like a rich kind of buttercream color. And then I chose variegated DMC to you know, start that, use with that, get that up with. So, because, oh yeah, and the fabric, this is the name, for the fabric. Yeah, it's like, oh, I can never remember how to say it, so I'm sorry. But yeah, so I always just drooled on over this when I saw this on Instagram, and people were just changing the colors around. So Heather M. Jardine 1933 And it was a really great story that went along with Heather Jardine. She's a real girl, and her father, you know, served in the World War I in New Zealand, you know, or they're from New Zealand, and it was Prince Edward, I believe. Sorry, Edward, the Prince of Wales, you know, was served with her father in the military. So pretty cool story behind that. I do love me a historical sampler, as you might know. So yeah, that as a start in February, so very soon. And then the other start in February will be this House of Love Cuore Batticore, Italian designer on this fabric. Already showed you guys that. Weeks Dye Works 32 count Charlotte's Pink linen. Okay, and then for my start in for my start in March, I'm going to do Alice in Wonderland, Cards of Alice in Wonderland by Soda Stitch, and I told you this, but it's a Quaker sampler collection. This is what I'm going to use as the fabric. It's just this gorgeous 32 count linen by Nicholas Flamel. See, oh goodness. And this is part of a set too that he did, and it goes really, the fabric that I'm using for Hansel and Gretel is extremely similar to the set that the Quaker sampler set. So, you know, it's like, it's not going to be Hansel and Gretel and Alice in Wonderland are not going to be stitched on a set, but if it makes sense, like, they will coordinate like the set that Nicholas Flamel dyed. Because, you know, I hadn't gotten it yet when I started Hansel and Gretel. So yeah, this will be the cards of Alice in Wonderland on that gorgeous blue. I'm going to start in March. And I will be working on Hansel and Gretel, cards of Hansel and Gretel in March also. So that'll be really, really neat to work on those at the same time. Sorry. A little bit loud. Okay, so that, and then I still need to kit up at, what is it, Amphitrite. But I'm planning on starting, this is like the BAP, the big ass project of the year for me. I have all the water lilies, I have the beads, I have the Krynic, but this is Amphitrite by Bella Filipina, and it's just enormous, and you know, I just didn't start it because of that. I guess, I mean, it was kind of like a lot to kit up, and yeah, I had to take it slow. So this fabric is the fabric that I chose for it, and it's just a gorgeous fabric. From, let's see, it's a lady who dies in Hungary, and you know, coincidentally, that's where Nicholas Flamel is from. And you know, this it's just so gorgeous, and I think it's nearly perfect for what they show in the cover photo. So yeah, it's, let's see, 16 by 20 inches, I believe that's what that's gonna be. Yeah, on a 36 count, so it'll be 16 by 20 inches on a kind of a, you know, higher count fabric. So that'll be big ass project. So yeah, pretty sweet. I love that she has a dolphin around her. She has a dolphin in front of her. I'm super excited about that. Her shell is gorgeous, and look, she's got a sea turtle, and you know, I love that octopus there, seashell. She's just gorgeous, and all the animals are gorgeous. I love animals. Yeah, so yeah, this is the bag. I already have all the stuff I'm collecting for the kit. Oh, and the dyer, I do have her tag. The name of the fabric is Atoll. So Barbarol Creations and hand-dyed linen, and yeah, so super exciting. Yeah, that's very exciting. And you know, see, there's the beads. It's just a lot, you know. So, and these gorgeous water lilies. I'm gonna, let's see. I'm gonna do this better. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad I'm doing this with you guys. Floss toss. Gorgeous. Beautiful. And then the beads, I don't think those are really gonna, there's so many of them, just all packed together so much, I can't really see. But, yeah. Next, you know, before I actually start this, I will, from 123 Stitch, just order the whole, you know, all the DMC, because it's going to be too much to, like, look through all my, you know, with 60 whips, you know, I've already distributed a lot of the colors that are used a lot by designers. I've already distributed those throughout my designs that I'm working on, my whips, and I kind of feel like each whip, if I actually do finish those and work on those, then the DMC is going to, the skein is going to be diminished. And for a big ass project, I need them to, you know, for that one to have its own skeins. So I probably will order those sometime in March, and you know, the DMC for Amphitrite, and kit that up and have that started in April. Okay, so that's for April. And then Sagittarius, gift from Sarah, Memphis Sarah E. Sagittarius, I will start in May, and I actually have already kitted her up. I got all of her DMC just now. Sarah already sent me the water lilies and the bead pack for that, and now it's up to, you know, I don't know, I might stitch it twice, who knows, I don't know, but it's, you know, the colors will really stand out perfectly on, you know, the Light Biscuit by Northumberland Sampler House. But I have the Nicholas Flamel fabric from Parrots and Hawaiian Flowers that is just absolutely stunning with, you know, the fabric is stunning on its own, but it'll be stunning with that fabric, or with that design on it. So I don't know. It's hard to make that choice. For sure though, I have kits or fabrics, designs that will look amazing on Light Biscuit. Like almost anything, any Nora Corbett, I think, or Mirabilia would have, you know, would stand out beautifully on a fabric like that, Light Biscuit, a neutral. So for sure in May, that as a start. And actually did kit up Thistle, one of the Poison Pixies by Nora Corbett. I'm not sure when I'm going to start her, probably December. But look at, she would look beautiful on Light Biscuit. It's pretty much, yeah. And then there's her, you know, flosses in her bead pack. And Catherine Needleberry Stitcher is going to send me the missing bead pack. So thank you so much, Catherine. She is so sweet, and you know, I said, how much do I owe you? And she said, it's a gift. So thank you very much for that. I'm so excited. So yeah, so December for sure for Thistle, but possibly sooner because she's so beautiful, and she just, look at, oh my goodness, I'm gonna get her out of the bag and show you one more time. Look at how beautiful she is, and you know, she doesn't seem like she would take a long time, And I love that skirt. Oh, and her thistle wings, her leaf wings are so beautiful. And I love her little thigh-high stockings. Those are so cute. Okay, moving along. So then a start in May, I said was Sagittarius. Okay, and then, okay, in June, I have been holding on to this for a very long time, I feel, and I need to get it started this year. So it's Fokies. Let's see, it's called Cornish Fokies, and it's a kit already. And I think I'm just going to go with it, just use what's in the kit. It's a 14 count Aida fabric. I don't know. Maybe I will do even weave. I just, I don't like always working on it. I don't like working on Aida that much, except for stockings. But if this isn't a stocking, I don't have to use it if I want to. Let's see. So let's see. Okay, this is by River Drift House Needlework. Riverdriftneedlework.com. Okay, and I first saw Lauren Cross Stitch Bunny working on this on her Flosstube, and I believe she's since finished it. But look, it's Poldark. It's let's see, Demelza and Ross Poldark, and I just love that show, and I've watched it a couple times now at least. My husband and I watched it together a while back, and I just love it so much. And now some of my Stitchy friends are watching it, and yeah, it's a wonderful show. So yeah, super excited to start that. So that for sure I'm gonna start in June, and then in July, you know, I will be starting. Oops. I'll be starting, here, my table things are, that was my cord maker that just fell. I will be starting Tiger Lily for sure in July. Yeah, so it's gorgeous. It's out of print, and this was gifted to me by Aimee, and she is on Flosstube now. So I will link her Flosstube in the description. But thank you so much again, Aimee, for that. She's gorgeous, and I appreciate you so much. And so I don't know what fabric yet. What do you guys think? A colorful fabric, a neutral fabric? What do you think? I think a green would look gorgeous, like a light green. Like, I don't know. I have you know, a lot of Rolanda fabric. I think maybe one of those could be beautiful. You know, pole stitches, you know, I could do my Northumberland Sampler House, one of those neutrals would be beautiful. I love her wings, like that would be so pretty on something a little more colorful, like to pop more. So, yeah, so we'll see. So July, for that start. And, let's see, and then the Mushroom and Fern by, Chatelaine Designs. Oh boy, trying to find it. I'm sorry. Take a second here. So Mushroom and Fern, I've been wanting to start this for a long time. This is my Chatelaine pattern that I got a while back, and Maggie Kitschy Whips really has given me the courage to start this. And she told me where to go and everything to order a whole kit. And the holdup is the money and the dough. So I plan on just making that order, taking that dive, probably in the, you know, late spring, making this order so then I have everything and just starting it in August. So I mean, it is a really beautiful kit, and I love, or not kit, but a pattern, a design. I just love that they have a different, you know, different scene in each one. I don't know how well I do with all the repetition of a chatelaine, you know, for such big designs. So yeah, so I'm super excited that I'm gonna have a solid plan to start that this year. And for September, I have a Hummel kit that I want to get started. I've always wanted to stitch a Hummel, and I love We 3 is what this one's called. This was gifted to me by the housewife stitcher, Mary, so really pretty. And I just wanted to get this started. You know, it's got its own kit. You can't really see all that. But yeah. And what else? And then so that was September, and then October, I am going to start my shabby autumn calendar on by Quarter Bat to Quarter. I'm for sure going to start it by August. I might start it before, or October, I mean, or start it before October. I am not sure, but it is really super cute. Maybe it'll become one of my focus pieces in October. But I just love it. And here's the other, you know, the Quaker sampler collection by Nicholas Flamel. That's the fabric on that one. Okay, so there you have it. And then for November, I believe I will just start a Veronique and Ginger ornament, one of those Christmas ornaments, because I want to work on one of those, you know, to get on our tree. And I want eventually to have all the ABCs. All right, so here's the, you know, example of what those will look like. The Veronique and Ginger ornaments. The big, I think it's called the Big Christmas Alphabet. Loud plastic crinkles. Here it is. Okay. So, Big Christmas Alphabet, that's what they look like. They're so charming. Oh, I'm showing you upside down. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. But really sweet. So I plan on stitching every one of these to get on my Christmas tree one year. You know, but just adding one a year. You know, maybe more than one, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Just kind of go with what makes me feel good and what I think is right at the time. So, yeah, just starting one of those in November. And then December, you know, I didn't write a start down or type a start on here on my list because it was Thistle Fairy, or Thistle from the Poison Pixies, and that's what I'm going to do for December. Okay, and I already showed you that one. And then for my focus pieces of 2024, obviously, Penguins on a Swing, Pinup Girl number 5, those were focused for January. And then February, I'm focusing on Dragon on Pancakes. Samantha Huga Stitcher told me that that's what that's what she voted for. And so I'm going to go with what Samantha told me. This is Nadezhda Kazarina, and I'm doing that, focusing on that in February, starting February 10th for the Year of the Dragon Sale that Samantha is hosting. And here's where I am at. You know, if you saw this last time, I apologize, but there's where I'm at right now. So in February, that's going to get very soon. That's going to get a lot more progress, hopefully. Yeah, so excited about that. That's on a Rolando fabric, Frappuccino, 28 count. Sorry. Yeah, so stitching 3 over 2, and then in, let's see, March, I am going to be focusing on my Hansel and Gretel. Cards of Hansel and Gretel. I think I showed you, I did the whip parade and I showed this, but there's where I'm at with the cards of Hansel and Gretel. I've done color changes. I just have 2 more cards to go, and I'd really like to finish that up. So yeah, so that's what it's gonna look like when it's done, you know, with the 2 more cards. And I don't know if I'm gonna do any color changes on those cards, but yeah, by Soda Stitch. So off the top of my head, cannot remember what this I think this is Summer Khaki 32 count by Zweigart, I believe. So beautiful fabric, stitching 2/2. I had a black thread on that the whole time, I think. So yeah, without the black thread. Okay. So, let's put, and then for April, I will focus on Native American Angel, and I showed you last time that one. I apologize. I'm gonna be showing you new ones, and that's by Barbara Batts. And that's I have it on a Pole Stitches fabric, 28 count even weave. That's my progress, and so I'm excited to make progress on that. Yeah, so I just really do need to make sure that I have just a focus piece per month. And that's the beautiful bag that it's in, that stay-at-home stitcher Erin made for me. Yeah, so that had, yeah, my cats like to cuddle on my projects and rub on my projects. Okay, and then for May, I'm just looking for it. May, I want my focus piece to be Fairy Village by Soda Stitch, and there is the cover photo for that. And it's so beautiful, and I got it on some Rolanda fabric that's 28 count. And I started this with my Stitchy friends, Jordan and Bernadette, and so it's just gorgeous. And you know, the whip braid really helped to kind of, you know, remind me how much I love these projects that I started. Yeah, so it's a beautiful clay by Kim, needle minder. But yeah, so I mean, I got a little, I didn't really get very far, but it's still pretty, you know. This Rolanda fabric's just gorgeous. So yeah, and just, you know, 28 count, 3/2 on that. And then for June, oh, I'm so excited about this. I really need to get progress on this one. I talked about this during my whip braid, just saying how it's just like whip girl. I was really getting somewhere with it on during this, you know, whip go year I did, and then, you know, I switched over to something else and I never got back on it again, and I was sad. But this is the Pinocchio Wish Upon a Star by the Disney Dreams Kincaid collection. This is an adoption piece, as Mad Morty helped me know the term. Adoption piece from Erin, stay-at-home stitcher, who, you know, made me project bags that I had shown you. But I'd gotten more than a page done, so yeah, I've gotten more than 25% of it done, and I would just love to make more progress. So making it a focus piece for the month would really help me with that. So that's for June, and look at that, and it's an 18 count, stitching that 2/2. And the floss from the kit cannot be wet, cannot get wet or washed at all, because it is, I'm gonna dry clean this because it bleeds like nobody's business. So it has no business near water. The floss is just, that's just terrible integrity of the floss. So yeah. And then for July, oh, I don't have it nearby, but okay. So for July, I'm going to focus on Christmas, or sharing Christmas rather, and that's where I got before I gave up on it for 2023. So yeah, just was at the bear, started the bear and his Santa hat, and started the bow and the present, and yeah, I just couldn't do it anymore. I had replaced the kit fabric for opalescent, white opalescent Eda. You can see it kind of sparkling there. And I stitched 3/1, and it's, you know, beautiful, mostly kit floss, but I had to change some of it around. But yeah, that's the cover photo. So Sharing Christmas by Joan Elliott from Good Shepherd, 1991. Yeah, so what else? So yeah, in July I'll focus on that one. Maybe I'll get somewhere. Maybe I'll finish it. I don't know. I really got pretty far. More than halfway through, I believe. And then for August, I chose, if I can find where I put him. Just give me a second. Okay, so for August, Frederick the Literate, and let's see, that's the Dimensions kit. Gifted to me by Bernadette, and I haven't gotten very far on it, unfortunately, but that's why I want to make it a focus piece, so I can. That's all I've done. And it's in this beautiful Sheba Designs bag. See, oh, so pretty. Yeah, so definitely get to that this year. And then September, Topaz Fairy that I won at the Queen City Stitch Retreat. And see, this is the one I was saying is on the other fabric from the Nicholas Flamel set, the Hawaiian Flowers and Parrots. So that's that gorgeous fabric. Yeah, and I've already gotten the start, just a little start on it. And yeah, it's going to be really beautiful. But I really need to, I just love it. It's, I guess like when it's kind of more focused on me and it's like not meant for a gift for anybody, like I think I just have a harder time being motivated. So to make this a focus piece would be great. Here's my project bag from Mary Daydream Stitcher. It's so pretty. I love it. That's what she's housed in. Stitch in Peace. That's what that company is called. So really pretty. Yeah. What else? What else? What else? I think I'm zipping the Krynic in here and it's gonna bug me. Okay, I got it out. Okay, let's see, and then, sorry, okay, so that was for September, November Topaz Fairy by Nora Corbett, and then October, that's the Nora. Oh, this is Mirabilia. I mean, it's by Nora Corbett, but it's part of the Mirabilia set collection line, right? Okay, so then October is going to be the focus of Halloween treats. So like everything kind of just slides around and falls over, and then I'm like, oh, where is it? So this I really need to get. I wanted to stitch on this last year, and I just was stitching on other things and doing other things, but here's the Halloween treats by Cute Patterns by Maria, and it's on this gorgeous hand-dyed by Rolanda fabric, and I've stitched so much of it, and I need to just get it done this year if possible. But yeah, so I need to stitch all of this just here. That's it. So if I just make that my focus in you know, in October, then yeah, so I might, you know, change colors on this and everything. So it's really pretty. I love it. And then I'll just need to backstitch it after that. So that's a good focus piece for October, right? So I'm so excited about that. Excuse me. I always get like, you know, a little bit of like, I don't know, frog in my throat kind of thing, like when I do Flosstubes. It's annoying. Okay, and then my other, let's see, so November, I'm going to do my focus piece as the Sagittarius that I would, or by Nora Corbett, that I would have already started in May. Okay, so I'm gonna make that my focus piece this November after I've just started it in May. So let's see, and then December, I'm going to make my focus piece my 7th star. Okay, so the 7th star piece that I started with Maggi Kitschy Whips. And it is, let's see, a Janlin kit. And, you know, it's just on 14 count black Ada. I'm just doing 3/1. Oh, no, I'm doing 2/1, as I do. And it's in this gorgeous Juba Designs bag that I had specially made. And I got Jordan Tattooed Stitcher a matching, kind of a matching bag. You know, just because. I like to do that sometimes with Stitchy friends. I think maybe we kind of all do, like, have a little matching something. And yeah, and I have this gorgeous Clay by Kim needle minder that, like, from the laser wood painting. So yeah, that was my start. It's still the same as my whip braid. All right, and yeah, so that was for December. And then I have another plan for some of the sales that I started with my friends. Sorry. I'm stitching Going to Grandma's by Praiseworthy Stitches. All right. So, and then I have this other kind of side plan to put 100 stitches per week in my specific projects that I've started with Stitchy friends that I don't have as focus pieces, but I still want to make progress because I'm doing Zoom calls with them and I can't show my face unless I've done some probably progress. So Going to Grandma's, as I said, by Praiseworthy Stitches is one I'm stitching with Table 4. That is Denise Black Ribbon Studio, Stitch Studio, and Lisa Cross by Floss, and Jordan Tattooed Stitcher, Bernadette at Burn Stitches, and Sarah, Memphis Sarah E. So I'm still here, and this and I'm having a Zoom call with the ladies tonight, and I'm gonna try to get in some stitches before I see them. And yeah, so 100 stitches per week on this one is the goal. And I'm trying to see which fabric I'm using. I think this is just, oh gosh, what is it? Mystic by Picture This Plus. And I believe this is just a, I think it's 36 count. I'm pretty sure 36. Oh, it could be 32. I can't remember. Certainly I have it somewhere. I believe I have it on the sticker. I believe I did. Yes, I did. Okay. It is. It's 32 count Mystic. Picture This Plus. Yes. Okay. So absolutely gorgeous fabric, right? Ugh. And the snow is going to look really cool. Finally got the Zweigart, Kreinik rather. My husband just came home and wants to have lunch, so I'm a little bit, I'm trying to rush a little more, I guess, than I was, but yeah, so Zoom call tonight, and then Woodland Fairy is the other one that I'm stitching with Hugo Stitcher Samantha and Sarah, Memphis Sarah E. And we did a Zoom call. I think it was last month or the month before. I can't remember. But Sarah gifted this to me. You know, Woodland Fairy by Nora Corbett from Mirabilia. And this is my little start that I made on during our Zoom call. And I'm trying to remember. I think it's this way. Yeah, and this is Sweet Violets. The fabric is Sweet Violets 36 count by Nicholas Flamel. So yeah, it's not pretty, it's not a gorgeous color. Stitching 2/2. Yes, so gorgeous. And that's about right here that I started, just right there. kind of under her armpit. I don't know if you can kind of tell. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I'm showing it to you right side up. I'm pretty sure I am, right? Yeah, yeah. Okay, just like that, I believe. That's gonna be funny if I'm not, but so pretty, right? I love that on this fabric. My son picked this out for me to do that on, stitch that on. Like, you're gonna love that, that light purple, Mom, that lavender. And he's right, I do, I love it. So yeah, and then I have that in my cross stitch bag from the Tattooed Stitcher, Jordan. And I just love that, it's so, so pretty. Really similar colors too with the brown and the creams and stuff. Yeah, so hopefully 100 stitches per week in the Woodland Fairy. And you know, plans are subject to change as they do. But for now, these are my plans, and the round robin that I'm doing, the Pinup Girls, by, you know, Soda Stitch, that's going to be done in February. So pretty excited to finish that one up, and yeah, so, yeah, then, you know, let me know if there's anything you would like to see me stitch on, and I'll see what I can do, okay? And this is actually my 3rd day off work this week, and tomorrow I go back. So I've had some good rest, and, you know, just for life update, I kind of like, the week before, I kind of like banged my head on a car, because of the, you know, hatch hydraulics, like just being freezing weather outside, it just doesn't work as well. And after I slammed my head into it on accident, you know, going to put the groceries in like this, you know, after I lifted it up above my head, and didn't know it had fallen down, the lady goes, oh, be careful, you know, the hydraulics, you know, the hatch lowers down, and Nicole, like, thanks for telling me, you know, but then, you know, like, and then I pinched my arm, like, you know, and it was just like this just ugly bruise, and, you know, I kind of like, it was just like, I just need a day, like, I need an extra day, so I took a personal day off, kind of, you know, right before my my regular days off, and so I'm feeling better. I'm feeling more rested. I got more stitching done, and you know, I'm feeling better. And then just yesterday, or 2 days ago, on on the personal day I took off, I found out that my father had been hospitalized and has been having some major health problems, which, you know, I won't disclose on here, but. So, you know, please pray for my dad and keep him in your thoughts, you know, just give him some good thoughts, good vibes his way. So, you know, one of my brothers is a doctor, and he's, you know, been reading his chart, and, you know, so, I mean, I believe my father's in good hands, but he's just, you know, doesn't really like hospitals. Nobody really does, and you know, he just likes to be home and be with my mom, and so, you know, and I'm pretty far away. I'm in Utah, and he's in Washington. I can't make it out there right now, and so, anyways, it's I'm a little bit worried about him, but I think he's in good hands. So, you know, and he's a wonderful man, and he's, you know, lived a great, like, full life and influenced many, you know, thousands of people, and you know, for the good, and you know, so you know, he's I think he's gonna do well, and I'm hopeful, and you know, yeah, so that's kind of what's going on in my life. And you know, my husband's got a new job, and he's working a lot, and that's a change, and so that's another reason I had to take a personal day to kind of adjust to all the different things I needed to kind of pick up the slack on that he wasn't going to be able to do anymore when I was working full-time. So anyway, so I hope you all are doing well, and that you've been enjoying your January of 2024, and you know, I look forward to keeping you updated, possibly doing just monthly updates from now on. Maybe I will do them every 2 weeks, we'll see, but you know, keeping track in book of days, and you know, just staying hopefully keeping up with you too on your Flosstubes, your Instagrams, and love you guys, and happy stitching. Just in case you were curious, here is the new cross stitch displayed above my sewing table. It's the Ice Cream Ladies by Soda Stitch on Soda Stitch Design. And it's just on a rainbow linen fabric. I used, you know, many years ago. I got it on eBay. Don't remember where from, but it washed up fine. So there it is.